What's going on, world? My name is Serial Sensei. Welcome to another episode of Put You On Game, a series where I talk about gaming gems and just lesser known games that I believe deserve some more shine. And today's game comes from the developers at Gem Drops Inc. And the game I'm talking about is Cogen Sword of Rewind. Now, I'm gonna say off top before I even get into this game in this video, unless you're like a side-scrolling platforming prodigy, when you play this game, you are finna die a lot, over and over and over again. So if that doesn't sound like a good time to you, you might want to check another review for another game I did that might be more of your cup of tea. But if you are up to the challenge, go ahead and let this video ride out. I might have something for you. Now, Cogen Sword of Rewind is an action platformer similar to the vein of a Mega Man or a Gunvolt, which I also reviewed. Go check that out. But when the game starts, you start off as the main character Kohaku, who wakes up kind of dazed and confused next to this sword called X-Breaker, or EB as she calls it. And EB basically sends her on a mission, and the mission just kind of involves her finding out what happened to her hometown of Cogen City and why it looks like it got hit with a nuke, because the city is all messed up. Nobody knows what's going on, but we're trying to find it out. And throughout the game, with EB and Kohaku, through their banter back and forth, you kind of get more bits of the story, more context of what's going on. So more things reveal themselves, and their relationship is pretty stereotypical, I would say. You got the brave, kind of foolish, but willing kid to go on this mission. Then you have the AI, I guess you would say, of EB, who's kind of sees life through finite zeros and ones. He's very direct and straightforward, and they kind of clash back and forth, but it works. And for full transparency, I'm only about 4 hours in the game, so I haven't fully finished the story, but so far it's cool. I don't love it, I don't hate it, but it serves its purpose. Gameplay wise, you get what you pretty much need for your standard action platformer with a twist. You get your attack combos, which you can also use to deflect projectiles. You got an upward slash, a jump, a double jump, back roll, and you can hang on walls. But the most important mechanic in this game is the rewind mechanic. Now, with the rewind mechanic, you can rewind up to 3 seconds, depending on how much you have in your time gauge, which is pretty much a health bar in this game, I would say. So you gotta keep an eye on the time gauge. So depending on how much time you have left, you can rewind and keep trying an area or a spot over and over that you've died at 1,000 times. But once that time gauge depletes and you get hit, and in this game you die in one hit, but if you get hit while that time gauge is completely empty, then guess what? Back to the last checkpoint for you, buddy. And that is gonna hurt. But it's fun though. The game is it's challenging. There's always a lot going on. There's always somebody shooting at you. So you're cutting through these mechs and you're dodging projectiles, or even if you're not dodging an enemy or some laser that's trying to kill you, you got the room itself might be rigged in some way that just seems like it's set up for you to fail, and you're constantly using this time mechanic to kind of help you out. And also, aside from just rewinding time from when you die, you also use the rewind mechanic to activate certain platforms that you'll need to traverse through the room. So the rewind mechanic has multiple uses of this game, and you'll kind of have to find this balance of good platforming, good precision, good timing, recognizing patterns, and also using this time rewind effectively to get through all of these stages. And it's, like I said, it's challenging, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it so far. And like I said though, if you die, back to the last checkpoint, which normally means you got to go through like a whole little area over again, and it's gonna hurt your feelings. But luckily the controls are pretty tight, what you need for a good platformer. The game gives you everything I feel like you need to succeed, but it's still pretty challenging, and there are going to be moments when you want to throw that controller, but don't do it, man. Just rewind time, get back on the bike, keep on rolling, man. Just keep on rolling. Overall gameplay, I feel like simple but effective, and the rewind mechanic is a nice twist, especially to this genre of game. And otherwise, I thought the high quality art was pretty good. I think this 2D art style they got is very well done. The soundtrack is pretty good. It fits the tension of these hectic, just fast-paced environments that you're gonna find yourself navigating. And the boss fights are pretty good, but they are punishing, bro. Yeah, it's some you'll see. But my main complaints, if I had any about this game, especially compared to other games that it's similar to, I feel like it lacks in variety. Outside of the boss fights, you'll find yourself fighting a lot of the same enemies over and over again. And I think the stage designs lack variety too. I felt like there could have been something more. I don't know what it would have been, but it felt like there just wasn't enough variety in that area as well. And I think it's also worth a note, maybe not a negative, but worth a note that this is not a very long game. So I would say if you are going to buy this, probably catch it on sale, because it's not going to take you terribly long to beat, depending on how much you get punished while you're playing. But that's all I got, man. If you are interested in playing Cogen Sword of Rewind, it is $24.99 on the Switch, and it takes up 702 megabytes of space. Have you played Cogen Sword of Rewind? And if so, let me know your thoughts on it. If you haven't played it, let me know if after watching this video you'd be willing to check it out. But that's all I got for today's video. This has been another episode of Put You On Game, covering Cogen Sword of Rewind. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay hydrated, and I will see y'all on the next video.
適正警戒が機能しない。心霊の影響か。気をつけろ、小悪。